What is up, everybody? It is Monday, October 14th. Today, I took just one trade. It was a very small piece of the pie of what actually ended up happening today. But overall, it was very good. As you guys have seen in my videos, I have been targeting this 540.75 level for the last couple of days as well. We were here. And the reason why, if you guys don't remember, or if you're new to the channel, is the fact that we were accumulating in this area, constantly tapping into this 4-hour fair value gap, holding us really well, and I knew eventually we were going to break up into this level right here. Now we did tap into this 4-hour fair value gap that is right here. We do have a level of 15-minute buy side liquidity as well. That was my target this morning for longs. It looks like this thing's not working again. Give me a second here. So yeah, I was targeting that area for longs, and so I came in with a bullish bias this morning. I wanted to see price move up higher into that buy side, and in order to see that, I wanted to see price move down, create a bearish fair value gap, and then move back on up. So I marked out this 1-hour fair value gap here at the open. I thought maybe we could get a candle dip into that and then continue off up into that area, or this 15-minute fair value gap here. We would get some kind of bearish fair value gap get created, or into the 1 hour on the 1 minute time frame, and then continue going higher. And so as you can see, price just skyrockets right at the open, which is unfortunate because I was unable to find a bullish entry for me according to my model. I look for a inefficiency, so a bearish fair value gap. And as you can see, there were literally none. Every retracement was just a lot of consolidation, very clean, efficient price action in the sense that there are no imbalances being created. Same thing with this one right here, no imbalances being created. And then we finally got imbalances, actually nowhere here either. I could not find any. So what I was looking for after that was price tapped into here. I wanted to find a bearish fair value gap get created because this was a retracement down into a 15-minute fair value gap where I expected price to then continue going higher into that 15-minute buy side. So again, looking for a bearish fair value gap of some kind to get invalidated. I saw one right here, which of course did not get invalidated. That got held, got pushed on down. So that was very interesting to note, because if we look at the 15-minute time frame real quick, the market structure was bullish, right? Moved on up. I figured, all right, this is a good enough retracement to then bounce and continue going higher. Why did we invalidate that? Why did we validate that bearish fair value gap? We shouldn't have. There was no reason for it to do that if we were to continue going higher. So we have that high, we have a low, now we have a lower high. So that is just the first thing that started to tip me off, like, okay, well, what's going on here? Then price drops down into this level. I thought, okay, maybe it's going to take out this level of sell side liquidity back into that 15-minute fair value gap and then continue moving on higher. So I was looking for this 1-minute bearish fair value gap to then get invalidated to go long. As you can see, price moves strongly, and I thought, okay, here we go. This next candle is going to do it. The next candle doesn't, and I start monitoring this, that I see a bullish fair value gap get created. So I said, all right, let's see that hold. I want to see it hold. And as you can see, it did not hold. Okay. I, at this time, was also doing work. So I had stepped away right as this got formed. I was like, all right, it's probably just going to bounce off of it and continue higher. I flipped screens, not seeing that it actually validated it. And as you can see, my entry is very late. Ideally, my entry should have been up here, which would have been a 1 to 4 risk to reward. But I still caught a 1 to 2, pretty much exactly a 1 to 2. So this was my fill here. But I also wanted to see, where could I be targeting? What is my area of liquidity that price is going to tap into? And it was this swing low from the 930 open. We had to drop down and then move on up. So I figured, okay, we're going to come in here, fill this imbalance potentially. We'll see what happens. Dip into that 1 hour fair value gap one more time. And as you can see, I got in, put my stop above that high, price just drops, and boom. Now, as you can see, there are 2 fill orders. I did mess up. I tried to sell. I put a sell or a buy limit here, and I guess something happened on the screen where it was a market order rather than the limit order. So I market ordered some of my position off here, which was unfortunate. I really wish it would have been down here. I wanted to get that full 1 to 2, but I can't be upset. I still came out green, so my runner, I guess you could say, got stopped out here, which sucks. I don't even think that was a 1 to 1. Just a little frustrating that happened, but green is green. And so I took that. I walked away. I didn't take anything else after that. There were other opportunities where you could have gotten in long, of course. So, we tapped into the 1 hour fair value gap, swept that low here during this distribution phase because you are expecting a move back on up. Since we had accumulation, manipulation on down, taking out sell side, and you just could have just monitored that. We had high confluence that here you could have taken the fair value gap right there or the retracement down into the order block as well. Or you could have market ordered in once we got a candle closure, which was this one, above that 1 minute fair value gap. You could have put your stop below this low right there. Target areas of liquidity. So like here. Did we end up getting that? Yeah, and even this right here. So that would have been a nice return as well, fitting into the narrative that we're going to continue going on higher, because this was just a retracement on a higher time frame. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. So if you look on the 1 hour, this was just a mitigation of this 1 hour fair value gap right there. It needed to get tested. It didn't get tested in the morning or here after it got created. So this was just a retest of that, and price continues to just slowly grind up higher. I do think we're going to hit this buy side and then potentially drop. Now, why do I think that? Well, most times when we have price action that is very choppy like that and we get a breakout in one direction, it could be accumulation, manipulation higher, and then distribution lower. I think we may come back and take out this level of liquidity right here at 2164, which I believe would be the discount. So I am bearish on the week here, not long position on this one. I am a little bearish here on the week. So yeah, I mean, if it's perfectly into OTE, it aligns almost exactly it actually. So 20,164 is my weekly draw. I think we're going to get accumulation here, manipulation on up, distribution down, and then it's going to continue going higher again, just because we are bullish on the higher time frame. So that's what I think is going to happen. We'll see what ends up happening at the end of the week. That was the trade that I took today. Overall, a great trade. I cannot complain. I stayed patient. I was not getting phased by the fact that price just was moving without giving me my entry model. You just have to remain patient in these times, and it'll pay out. You'll find something, The fact that we didn't validate that invalidated this bullish one. Boom. So hopefully you guys ended green. It was a bank holiday today, but regardless, there were some very good setups, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Peace.